Hi guys, just a quick one. I want you to take some time and listen to this video. It's very important. Cheers.
If you're a British person and you don't want refugees coming to your country, I have some tips for you. The best way to stop refugees from coming here is to write to your government, hold them accountable and ask them to stop creating wars in places so that refugees have no other option but to come here. Rioting on the streets, breaking people's houses, dragging people out of their cars, assaulting them is not going to stop immigration. What is going to stop immigration is keeping the places where those refugees are from, keeping those places safe. Stopping bombing them to shit. Stopping going there and stealing their natural resources and constructing any bullshit war that we need in order to do that. If we stay out of other people's countries, they will stay out of ours. They don't want to leave their homelands. Have you been to the Middle East? I've lived in the Middle East. I have seen with my own eyes the beauty of these places, the rich culture, the food. They don't want to leave. You think they want to come to Little Britain and have fish and chips, gammon and eggs? Almost certainly not, because they don't eat gammon. And they certainly don't want you, gammon, ruining their experience here. These people taking to the streets, rioting, being violent, I'd like to see them last for 1 second in the shit show that we have created in other countries. Us and the US and Israel, to be clear. Yeah. How many of you rioters, how many of you have been on Palestinian protests? How many of you stood up for Iraq when we were unlawfully there? Or Afghanistan? And it's funny, isn't it, how when Russia invaded Ukraine, we were all open to the Ukrainians coming here, weren't we? I never saw any riots about that. I actually saw a lot of Ukrainian flags. I saw a lot of people opening up their homes to Ukrainians, as they should, which is lovely, it's noble. But it's just interesting, isn't it, that if you have a little bit more melanin in your skin, the British, they're not so friendly. Be better, do your research, use your brain. We have some of the best education in the world here in Britain. You wouldn't think it. You certainly wouldn't think it. Maybe if we spend less time learning about the Tudors or, the obsession of the World Wars. I think we should learn about it, don't get me wrong, but we all know so much about World War I and World War II and how Great Britain won and oh ho ho. But we don't know an awful lot about the wars that we created. I think that's absurd.
Some foreigners that are coming over and taking our jobs, and not even working. And they're working.
They take our jobs if they're not working?
Because they do it. They do it. Simple as that.